Hello, and welcome to my Flosstube number something. I'm really tired today, but I really wanted to film because I have a lot of progress on pieces that you wouldn't think I did anything on. So, let's get started. I don't usually say what day it is, but it's Tuesday the 17th of January. I was supposed to go and get my... I have problems with my feet. After I was pregnant with my first, I gained like 20 kilos. And my feet went inwards, and so for for 7 years, I haven't been walking straight, and it's starting to hurt my calves, and it's starting to be a little bit of a problem. And I was supposed to start treatment today, but my little one has kept me up for, I think, for the last 4 nights or something, so I'm really tired, and that means I get a headache, and I'm useless. But I can do this. So, let's get started. I'm not really sure how much I did since last time. I know I touched a few projects. I'm not sure if I'm a little bit unsure about the first one, but I want to show you anyway because I know I did something on her, and it's White Christmas by Mirabilia. I didn't do much. If I haven't touched her since last time, then you will just see her again because I love her. She's one of my focus pieces. I want her to be one of my focus pieces, but you know me, I'm like, I say I want this and then I do that, so. But this is her. She's really gorgeous. I haven't seen her around much. She's not really popular. I'm doing this on 32 count Zweigart something. It's linen. So I filled in. I don't know if that's. I filled in all the blue here. So I only have the white whisper left to do on that part of the jacket. I'm still not sure if I want to do the whisper first and do all the other stitching, or do, because she has some of this kind of dress going in between here, going down here, and then all the other is just like this part. So I'm not really sure, because I stitch in hand, so I don't know how much my hand kind of messes up the whisper, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not sure. I will start to fill in the pieces, that part, next time I pick her up. I had hoped to get more done on her, but I haven't. That's how things go. Last time I showed you 2 new starts. I hadn't started on them, I think. I don't watch my old videos, so I don't know. And I have a really bad memory about what I did and didn't do, so this is a wild guessing game at this point. I hope you enjoy that. This is... I actually started on the stitch... Oh wow, this is a lot of flosses. So I use thread beds, and the flosses just like stay on there, so that's really nice. This is the Storied Steed Stitch Along by Ingleside Imaginarium. I used this for a lot of prompts, and I got in a lot of stitches. I did. I am doing this on 18 count opal Ada. Please scream inside your heart by Mystic Fabrics. I ironed this before I started, and it smelled so nice. I'm usually not a fan of perfume smells or stuff like that because my nose is really weird. If I walk past someone who has a lot of perfume, I don't gag, but I get a really bad coughing fit. So my nose is really, it's weird, okay? Yeah, I have to know what's up and down. So I got all this done. This is the whole width of the project. It's that line. There's two colors in there. There's this yellow, which I changed. No, I think I'm using the call for 444. Yeah. So I got all the. So now next month, if I haven't finished this one, I can just like pop in the next one. So I have room for the next. I have room for the first 3 ones, and then I can just build up or build down, whatever I want. So my daughter got to pick out the colors for the horse. This is the unicorn. It's gonna be pink. So the colors I'm gonna use, I think the original ones are, I have the colors on the back. B5200 and Blanc, I think, and there's, I think it's 415 and some. I actually wrote down what I'm gonna use. For the body I'm using 605, which is this light pink, and for the darker spots I'm using 604. For the horn and the saddle pad and the hooves I'm using C554. Am I? Yep. No. Yes. Yes. And I think for for the mane and tail I'm using C915, which is in A12. It's looking really pink here. It's more of a, well, it's not that kind of bright red, but so we're changing it up. We decided she wanted a lot of blues in there too, so I said that the next one, maybe the Pegasus, that can be blue. So I am changing out every color on that one, because why not? So this far I'm keeping up. In my head, I am doing good. I haven't touched it in like a week, so I'm not keeping up, but you know, I have 2 stitch alongs going on, so, or maybe it's 3 actually, because this next one is also a new start. I don't know if I showed it. I don't think I showed it last time. This is the Temperature Library 3 by Chris's Corner Needle. Gonna look like this. Of course, the books are gonna be different, and yeah. And I got the knickknack expansion packs, both of them, so I can choose all the funny things to add. And I'm just gonna say thank you to Elera again for letting me take her colors for the temperature, because I would never have started this if I didn't have her help. So I actually got in the 9 first days books and this one, and I got in the dragon. Wait, no, there we go. So I'm just gonna show the books first. So the funny thing about the books is the really light blue color. That's the 0 temperature. I use Celsius because I live in Norway. And the books have bands on them. So the main part of the books is the high temperature, and the bands are the low one. So we actually had 1 or 2 days where temperature only varied with 1 degrees, and that's kind of insane. But so the light one is 0, so it got pretty cold, and the purple, I don't know if you can see that, that's like a really deep purple. That's about, I think, minus 13 degrees. So it got really cold during the night, and the green ones are plus. So I think it got to 3 or 4 degrees plus. So it's been pretty. Well, we actually got more snow a few days ago, so that's good. And the snow almost went away, and that was sad, but we got it back. So again, these are the first 9 days. I think it's looking awesome. I'm really looking forward to put in stuff, and this is the dragon I did. He has turquoise eyes, and I changed, and he has étoile, so he's kind of sparkly. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see it. This is copper dragon. Me and my boyfriend, we had a little discussion about which dragons from D&D we were gonna have on the top, and we decided on a copper one. So this was the closest thing I could get. So it's not really copper, but it's kind of close. We were talking about brass, or bronze, but they change colors. They get this greenish hue, and that was my mind was just like, nope, we are going a solid colored dragon. So he needs a name. Of course, I haven't decided yet, so but I'm really happy about this one. It's really fun. It's an easy stitch to get a few hundred stitches in on. I am still undecided about how I want the 2023. If I want it to be kind of a plaque, or if I want it to just be a solid and just have the numbers sticking out, or yeah, I'm undecided. I may see what other people do. Yep. So that's that one. I got a few stitches in on Dark Queen of the Earth, and I'm really happy because we were told that Dark Queen of the Air and Fire will be coming, so they will be the next 2 stitch alongs. So I'm not a big, I've said this before, I'm not a big fan of Dark Queen of the Sea, so I will see if I like them or not. So I can't show what this will be because we don't know. This is again done on Woodland Halloween by Barbara Creations. It's 32 count, 2 over 1, 2 over 2. I'm sorry. Boop. So this is the whole thing. I just filled in. I got in like 200 stitches here on the very green parts, and I haven't touched it because suddenly I have a lot of other projects that I get a lot of stitches in on, so I will I hate saying this, but I will probably fall behind again. I am on part 1, 2, 3. Am I on part 4? Yeah, part 5 was released, I think. I am 1 part behind, so I really need to get going on that one because I really want to not fall behind by 2 months because there's a lot of stitches, and yeah. This is gonna be a really quick video, I think, but who knows, I may end up talking a lot again. This next one, I love him, I do. This is Enjoying the Snow by Contemporary Cross. Artwork is by Stefan Koidel. I call him Jeremy. This is Jeremy. So if I talk about Jeremy on my Instagram or anywhere else, this is Jeremy. He is the cutest thing ever. And I am cropping it. I'm cropping it about... Yeah, I just want him. The other people are cool, but they aren't Jeremy. So I'm cropping in, so I just get him. So I think the original one is 400 by 486. I am cropping it to 230 by 370. So I'm cropping it not that much, but enough to make him small. And I got in, I got in about 600 stitches one day. So I think I got, over the last few days, I got in about 1500 stitches maybe. I just realized that there's a lot of hanging floss. Or there's one hanging floss, so you'll just have to be okay with that, because I'm not pulling it to the back, because I'm working on 939 and I just finished 823 and I can't tell the difference between those two colors. So if I just put the needle in a back or in a thread in the back, I won't find it again. So I'm doing this for my own sanity. So you will just... But I am so happy. So I started to fill in up here, and then I thought, nah, I wanna get all the I need. With big projects like this one, well, every full coverage actually, I easily get overwhelmed, because if I don't do block by block, which I do, I've realized I don't really have a preference between 10 stitch or full cross 1/1 or 2/1, or if I like doing blocks or if I like doing extreme cross country. I just need an area to work in. So what I found was that he has some lighter parts of the armor here, so there was like a natural stop, if I can say that. So I found out that if I just fill in all the dark colors, it's easier to just... I have an area to work with here. And if I get tired of all the little ninja stitches, I can just like start filling up in here and go down. I have a lot of his helmet. That was the first place I started, because that was a big one. But I really wanna have his face done, so that's what I did. So I'm working into this area. There's a lot, and I mean a lot, of 939 going through here. So I just started up in the nose and just like trying to fill it down, and whew, he's gonna look done pretty soon, and I really want to get his face done. So you can see, I thought that this was like these parts were the bottom of his eyes, but that's actually his eyelid. So he's closing his eyes and sticking out his tongue, and his tongue is gonna be there. And I'm really tempted to just fill in his tongue. I don't know why. I just find, oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. And Elera, she loves him, so I bought bought him for her so she can start him too. I think she's doing the whole thing, so she's calling him Jeremy with friends. Mine is just Jeremy. So if anyone else is working on this guy, let me know. I would love to see your progress, and you don't have to call him Jeremy. That's just an inside joke for myself and my boyfriend. So this is Jeremy. This is by far, I think, my most favorite project ever. I've been... Oh, he's getting heavy. I'm just gonna put him down. I've been watching a lot of whip parades, and it got me thinking what my style of stitching is, and I realized I'm kind of all over the place. I like samplers. I don't do them because I don't like having to change the thread a lot in small areas, if that makes sense. I have done them. I may do them again. I think a lot of samplers are really nice. I do like full coverage, but it takes so long to finish, and I do like fancy ladies and stuff like that, so I haven't found a fancy lady with a dragon yet. That would be nice. That would be really nice. If you know of a fancy lady with a dragon that's not a full coverage, let me know. I think there are some, and I don't mean Teresa Winslers because they are impossible to get, but I mean like more of a Mirabilia Filipina style with a dragon. That would be awesome. Please make one. Please. But yeah, I realized my taste is kind of weird. I like odd stuff. I mean, like Jeremy, he's not. And I know people are kind of like, ooh, why? And I'm like, why not? He's cute. I like him. Yep. That's that. And now to my biggest surprise. Because you all, if you watched one or two of my videos before, you know how much I don't like this project. I have a problem with it. It's one of my first fancy ladies. It's Luna Mystica by Belfino Pinna. It's not that I don't like the design, but I found out, and many people have, that if you choose the wrong fabric, yeah, you will have a hard time. And I dyed this fabric myself. It's a linen. It's an opalescent linen. I think yeah, she's my first fancy lady. I was young. I wasn't that young, 2 years ago, so I haven't aged that much. But this is the project I have ripped out the most. I have changed a lot. Well, not a lot, but you know. I'm just gonna show her. I have the companion piece, the Sol Tropica. I will do her next. I will do her next. I am playing with the idea of changing her colors and her tail to blue. I don't know why. I just like kind of forgot what she looks like. Well, she has red hair and is sitting the opposite. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So the reason why I suddenly got a lot of stitching done on her is when I bought the pattern, I bought it from a seller on Etsy, and I got fabric. Well, it was this opalescent linen, but it was white, and I dyed it because you could choose. She's the linen that came with it. I'm not doing her on brown, no. And I got all the beads and the specialty floss. I got everything except for the DMC, and that was fine. That's how I got a lot of my, well, every bill of Philippine I have. I only have 3, I think. Yeah, I only have 3. I had to think there for a second. I forgot what I'm talking about. Well, yeah. So I started beading her, and I realized I don't like beads. My personal preference is that if I'm cross-stitching, I want it to be cross-stitched. So I have a little bit of a problem with doing skin. I haven't tried it, so I'm not gonna say I would hate it if I do it. But doing skin 1/1, it kind of distorts how they look like. So it kind of, for me, it kind of clashes. I want it to be a whole. It doesn't flow as well as well, in my opinion, it doesn't flow that well. So I'm always doing skin 2/1. So I did some beading and I ripped out the beads. And I thought, I'm not doing beads. Because for me, it's too sparkly. It doesn't look good. And it's really hard to frame it yourself with glass over, so I'm just gonna be nice with myself. I'm doing everything else though, with all the specialty floss, except I really got derailed there. But I'm just gonna continue here and then I'm gonna pick it up again. Because I forgot to tell you the reason why I suddenly did so much on her. But we're gonna, yeah, you know me. This is me. Hello. So, she has I don't think you can see it very well, but in the moon, there's some strands going. I realize I'm not like how I did it. I'm not a big fan of those because they are in this horrible thread. It's Krynic 8 braid in 001HL, and this stuff is, I don't know if you can see it, but this is thick. This is horrible. So I got in a few of the strands and I was like, I didn't do more. I left it until today when I started ripping it out because I was like, I do not like this at all. So I was thinking, I'm changing 3 things actually. I'm thinking about it, and that's not counting the beads. So she uses another Krynic, which is also an 8 braid, but it's 001L. You can see that. This is kind of like, this is supposed to go in her tail as the scales going that way, and yeah, you can just about see it. I'm sure if you have her, you know what I'm talking about. I've never liked those kind of like scales going, no. So I'm thinking of using this thread for the moon strands and just cut out the scales. Because this is more sparkly and it's thick, but it's not as thick as this one. And it would be bad to not use what you have. So I'm gonna try it and see if I like it or not. The third thing I am changing out is that she has some dark beads in her tail going through. I have to. This is my mess. She uses Silver Moon, which is a male hill. It's 03007. 007. The closest I wanted to use the Etoile, which the closest would be the 3799, and that's really dark gray. My mind doesn't like that. So I looked at what I have when it comes to petite treasure braids. And I am thinking this one. That would make her tail, in my opinion, look more cohesive. Because it's just spread out, like randomly almost. And I think because her tail is, I have the colors here actually. The tail is a lot of light purple, and we use also the Petite Treasure Braid PB205 a lot in her tail, which is the exact same color as the fabric. So I was thinking about trying to use the PB65 instead of the dark silver moon beads. Because I want her to pop, but I don't want her to pop that much. So that's my plan. I will probably try that out because I talked about areas and stuff like that. I really want to finish her tail, and because I have her fin left. I got all the way down here. I have all of this. I don't have all the moon yet, but I did do a lot on that, so I can just show you. And yes, I started pulling out all the 8 braids, so there's a lot of holes at the top. But now we're going back to the reason why I suddenly did pick her up, is because when I bought her, the lowest part of her tail wasn't in the chart, because Drin, he makes the charts so that you get it in a A4. It's not like a huge one like you get in the Mirabilis and the Lavender and Lace. You get like A4, so it's really nice to work with. And my chart had an error, so I don't know how, but I was missing like maybe the 10 or 20 lowest blocks on her tail. So I contacted the shop, and she let Drin know, and he sent me the PDF, which I haven't, it didn't click until like a week ago when I thought like, hey, I may get that into Pattern Keeper, and I did. So I can search up all the colors. I just had to get it in, and of course the backstitching doesn't show, but I have that on a paper pattern, so that's fine. I just had to put in all the colors, and that's how I changed the colors too. So I have her in Pattern Keeper. I don't know if I really want to ask if it would be possible to get Sol Tropica as a PDF. As I have already bought a pattern, I think the answer is no. I haven't asked. I will, and I will let you know, because it's so much easier to have it in Pattern Keeper when you have to count stitches. So I've actually used her a lot. I did 200 stitches on her today, did 200 yesterday, and I did about 400 another day. So that was a lot. So I just started filling in the PB braid, a really light one up here and in her. And I forgot how to use Petite Treasure braid, so it wasn't easy, but I will. And there's a lot of it in. A big part of her tail is in that color, so all of this normal stitching is done down to here. And I did a lot of the blue What's it called? Karen water lilies. Yep. So I just have a teeny tiny bit of blue down here, but I'm not gonna do it until I get the flower, so I can make sure I don't do any mistakes, because I did a mistake up here and then it just like... Anyway, my plan is to get this done for my daughter's birthday in March. I asked her if she wanted it. She did. She didn't want to know how it looked like, so I have a lot to do on that one. But it's going. It's going. I don't have a lot left. I have a lot of the hanging stuff. Again, I'm not really a fan of the hanging stuff, so I'm not 100% sure if I want to do all the stuff hanging down here and here. Yeah. I may actually just do the moon and see if I like it that way, and because I have some of the hanging stuff up here stitched, but I may just wait until the very last minute and see if I like it or not. Yep, that's a plan, isn't it? So the last thing I have to show you is I actually got a new kit. I'm on a no-buy. I shouldn't get a new kit, but I did because Northern Crosses. She forced me to it. She linked me this and said, "Oh, this would fit you." And I was like, "Don't do that." I'm on a no-buy, and then I got it, so I'm innocent. This is, I don't know if it has a name. Nope. It's a Viking kit from Permin of Copenhagen. It's a Viking. And again, I have swords hanging up here. And this kind of look like mine. Mine has some dragons and stuff on it, but... And I searched up the price for it on eBay and stuff, and someone sold it for over 100 Australian dollars. I got it for 20 American dollars, so that's pretty good. So, yep. And look, it has metallic. No! But I am pretty sure this is on 14 count Ada. I will not do it in 14 count. I don't like 14 count, so I will try to find some 16 count. And because this is finished 40 by 50 centimeters, that's 16 by 20 inches. That's kind of big. So I will squish it down. I don't think I will go as low as 18, but I will do 16. So I haven't opened it. It looks like all the threads are pre-sorted, which is great, because I don't like doing that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know when I will do this. I am hoping that I really want to pick one kit soon and start on it. I have that big lady geisha thing that I totally forgot I had. That I was talking about changing the fabric and doing her on something else, and I have the Teresa Winslow one, and I have 2 Egyptian kits, and I have this one, and I feel like if I don't start, well, I did start Eat My Dust, so I shouldn't feel that bad, and I actually did a little bit on him, but not much, so anyways, I may start things, I may not. I may stitch a lot, I may not, I don't know. It's a gamble. Yeah, so that's actually everything I have. I said this was gonna be a short one. It's 40 minutes already, so that's a short one for me, I guess. I talk a lot. So anyways, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, if you have some input on Luna Mystica, if I should do the hanging moon threads bit stuff, let me know. Because I will probably do the same with Soul Tropica so they match. So yeah. Yeah. I need to go. I'll see you around. I hope you have a good day, a good week. I will try to get something out next week. Hopefully, if everything goes as planned, which they never do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you later. Bye.